We will be starting off with a blow from Philip of Repotted Gaming. Philip is well known for being an off-meta player. He's happy coming in with anything and everything, but this time it's going to be a Hydra. We've got dragons and dragon riders, not a single healer this time around though. He really needs to make sure that the troops themselves are responsible for the destruction necessary to get that triple. Rocket Loons find a little bit of difficulty though on this right side corner. Tesla traps popping up almost prevent them from stabbing at that air defense first of all. But Philip will be able to get it after all, and with the battle blimp coming in, they expect to see the first star early and easy.
Yes, and this is looking good. This was a very nice touch there on the right side with the Dragon Rider and the help of a couple balloons to take out this scatter shot. It worked perfectly, and what's even more important, he took out the Town Hall there with the Yeti Blimp, getting some extra value because of the Rage spell used. But now the most important part of the attack is starting. He's sending the Hydra in, the Dragons with the Dragon Riders, and full force, full power with the Rage, with the Warden into the 6 o'clock compartment to take on the Eagle first.
This is another great composition, just like Hogs and Miners, a hybrid army that allows his troops to target both defenses solely with the Dragon Riders and every other building with the Dragons. With a great spread here, he's using lots of freeze and support from those heroes to make sure that the funneling is perfect and that he has very little trouble with the heroes on the inside. However, that Archer Queen is getting a few more pop shots off than I'd like to see, and unfortunately, the loss of those Dragon Riders means that Philip has to lean solely on the Dragons now. Big shield toss from the Royal Champion out the right side corner should give her another leap against those Inferno Towers, keeping her invisible for a little bit longer, but I don't know how things are going on the left side corner, Maxi.
Yeah, he still has the King ability, but he had to use the Queen ability early because she was running into a lot of damage there, being targeted by the ground targeting Expo, but the King goes into the core of the base. Royal Champion actually stepped out of all the damage, and we still have the Unicorn. The Unicorn keeping the Queen alive at this point, and he still has a free spell, so if he would be able to take out the multi-target Inferno, maybe with the Royal Champion, I don't know, but she's low on health. He's investing the free spell. Was it just perfectly timed? The tornado trap! Oh my god!
Spinning her around, Toto. We are not in Kansas anymore. Philip has found himself in a strange new world where the Wizard of Oz will sit from a high and judge this poor barbarian king. Does he have a heart? Does he have a soul? Can he make it all the way through this Inferno Tower? Yes!
It goes down.
He does it! The Queen's got a unicorn on the backside as well. This might be the 3-star after all.
There is still a chance. I wonder what he's going to use this minion for. Either to take out a building while the Queen is tanking, or to tank for the Queen. He's deciding to tank for the Queen, which I think was a smart move, but you said it! The time is running lower and lower and lower!
She's got it! Philip from Repotted Gaming by the skin of his teeth. An Archer Queen and her loyal sidekick will get the 3 stars after all. And from the jaws of defeat, Philip pulls a 3-star out of his hat. That's going to be 2 3-stars in a row now against world's caliber teams. Strut and Queen Walkers have both been sent down by him.
What an attack there. That really came down to the wire, and we can see him. Oh my god, I can't believe this triple. Yeah, we're going to take a quick look at how this attack unfolded, and I want to give a quick shout out to Philip's younger brother, who I know has been watching yesterday's stream with all of his classmates, and I really hope you guys are watching again today, as Philip put on a great show here to start us off in this one with a 3-star for Repotted Gaming.
Excellent job there, and he is once again going to have an adrenaline rush for a long time, having done a really wonderful job against a super difficult team. Repotted Gaming is looking confident, but of course there's a lot left to go in this war. Send it back to the other side. Fire away, Queen Walkers!
And it is going to be Kazuma starting us off for them. He brought 5 healers, that means a Queen Charge most of the time, and a Lava Hound with balloons to the table. So this is going to be called a Queen Charge Lalo, but interestingly, he brought 2 different super troops here, the Super Goblins and the Super Barbarians, and they are mostly used to funnel some outside buildings here. And he has not a single wall breaker, not a jump spell either. So I wonder how he's getting into the base. Look at that! He brought a Log launcher, Woody, and that is going to give him access to both of these multi-infernos.
Kazuma the Boomer from Aphelion Esports, now in Queen Walker Stephanie, does use this Queen Charge Lava Hound balloon combo more than any other attack. He's got an 85% hit rate with it in high level play, and it's looking to push that even higher. Log Launcher, an atypical pick, but works very well with Queen Charge going deep into tightly compacted pockets. Finding a couple of Tesla traps in here. In fact, that Queen's going to be wrapping around instead. Bad news for the Log Launcher now, who's going to be taking a lot of shots from those CC troops. How's Kazuma going to adapt?
Actually, I think I was just wrong there with my call initially, because I think he wanted his Log Launcher just to take out the multi, so the Queen could easily walk around the outside. And I think he was a little luckier there than Musk, for example, before, because the Logs actually took out some skeletons that otherwise could have pulled the Queen in the wrong direction. But so far this is looking really good, except for the fact that on the very right side of your screen you can still see a scatter shot being up, because the Royal Champion was not able to take it down, and it is just like 1 HP left, so he is reacting quickly there on his feet with a couple of balloons, sprinkling them in, and he's taking it down. And as the Queen is making her way to the Town Hall, the Lalo is starting at the top side.
A very thin spread there, but enough to take down the scatter shot. The Loons will reunite into the center now. Eternal Tome pop by Kazuma as he makes his way back into the center. The second scatter shot goes down. Eagle Artillery, the last big offense that he has to deal with, but the freeze is out, and that's going to be no splash damage from Mech's defenses. Kazuma is pathing all the way to the final compartment, and without any fear of an air sweeper to push these Loons out, he has got plenty of time for the cleanup. A 3-star to start for the Queen Walkers.
It is going to be a 3-star, and it is not as close as the first attack, because everything was working perfectly and going according to plan for Kazuma. And I love to hear the crowd cheer there for them as they answer right away with their first triple. GG's.
Couple of black bombs popping up next to that Town Hall. Could have been a difficult situation if Kazuma had entered from the left, but did not take the bait and found another way to make it happen instead with that Log Launcher. I think we've got a replay real quick, so let's go ahead and throw that up and see what we see. We are, in fact, going to watch that entry point again. What are we looking at, Maxi?
We're once again watching the point in time when I was making the wrong call, because I was thinking that he wanted the Queen actually to charge into this multi-inferno, the second one there, protected by the Royal Champion, but in fact he just used that to basically funnel his Queen and then take out the multi so it wouldn't cause any damage on the healers, which we have seen doing devastating effects before in today's war. So great use here by Kazuma. He really knows every single one of his troops there, and especially of his siege machines there to perfection. And that was just a great showing of how to use the different or this specific siege machine here from him.
Wonderful. Well, it's an even split now, 3 stars apiece. Let's get it into the next one and see who pulls ahead. Get back in it, Repotted Gaming. Giannis will be the next attacker for Repotted Gaming. Scored a 3-star yesterday, and with a long laundry list of troops and spells here, will be furiously scrolling across that bottom bar to get everything he needs set up perfectly. He does have a Queen Charge to start in the bottom left side. Barbarian King to boost that power a little bit. Sneaky Gob steals a little bit of treasure down there before he gets those healers set up, just making sure that he has plenty of space and doesn't aggro any archer towers onto those healers.
Yes, doing a great job so far. Queen needs some raging up there in a second as he's just in the last second there. Oh, what a freeze spell! Not only taking away the damage, but also the enemy Queen. Unfortunately, the Eagle Artillery chooses to target his Queen, but he is still going strong here. Heroes doing a great job. And we're also seeing a Log Launcher there. He also, Giannis used it yesterday as well in a hero dive, and this Log Launcher seems to be taking care of the multi-inferno, just like it did yesterday and just like it did before.
Pulling 3 black bombs up top. Those Queen healers have got to feel pretty good. No problem at all for that Lava Hound either. It's going to have an easy time pathing through to protect these balloons on the next stage of this hit. Nice funneling along the bottom side as well, getting some help from that Wizard to make sure that the Queen stays interior as long as possible. On the top side, it's just a Yeti dealing a little bit of exterior damage there, getting down a cannon. That might be helpful later on at the end of this raid. We've got a well-protected scatter shot up top, though. Air defense on the back side of that one, so keep an eye on the rear end of the base. What do you see?
He sent a wall breaker, but somehow it didn't open the wall. Or am I blind?
I think that there's a hole there, isn't there? Well, I don't know. Yeah, there is a hole right behind the king. It
But
seems
the
like
queen is just not going there. This is not going great for him. He has to invest more spells now. He
popped off against the cannon, and that's really bad news for Giannis. He lost his healers.
Invisibility. She's ability. So there is a chance, and he has an invisibility spell as well, using it there right at the last moment, but this single target Inferno could be a problem. Oh my god, no, he's using all of the balloons now. He probably should have waited until the queen takes out the Town Hall to target directly onto this single Inferno.
Well, she will get the Town Hall down, but the Inferno now is not going to have anything to finish it off. Ability was popped early there to ensure that we didn't get that terrible 1-star. Nonetheless, Giannis cannot finish off the triple. A single target Inferno, the last tower standing once again, Maxi.
Yes, and seeing this base there, what is left of it, I just realized that I think the wall breaker targeted the outside wall, and we can see him there disappointed. And I think, in fact, it was the wrong choice in the end to just send in the the balloons into the town hall. I think it was a moment of where he wasn't sure what to do and just too much pressure, so he just sent them in to be sure to take out the town hall. But unfortunately, I think the queen would have done the job herself, and he could have saved up those 4 or 5 balloons to then be sent directly to the single Inferno. But let's take a look at what you guys at home thought. Who would win this one? And I see 45% in favor of Repotted, and the majority, 55%, in favor of the Queen Walkers. What do you say to that?
Well, I'm happy to see that. The community agrees with me. I was the one of forecasters that picked Queen Walkers to take the win here, and you know what? I'm still feeling pretty strong about that, especially with a nice defense by them now. It's going to be kicked back into their side of the field where they will get another chance to move back in. Let's see that now. The second attack from the Queen Walkers.
Yes, and it will be Gaku, and we saw him preparing for this attack just a couple of seconds ago. And let's see what he is going to go in with. It is the Inferno Dragons that did such a good job for Nebrax in the war before.
I can't quite call them off meta because we've seen them so much this weekend, but the Inferno Dragons are getting a little bit of boost in popularity thanks to players like Gaku. Lots of big, heavy heat-up damage. And something else I'm noticing about this attack, 4 skeleton spells down here, Maxi.
Yes, once again using the skeleton spells, as Itsu pointed out, to distract the defenses, especially air targeting expos, the Warden, enemy heroes, single target Infernos. So many good usages of the skeleton spells. But in combination with the free spells, they're just unbeatable for these Inferno baby dragons, because if there's too much damage, for example, from a multi-Inferno, you can just freeze it up. But at the moment, Gaku is concentrating there on his entry with the Flame Flinger, and it is very important to activate this Town Hall there, which can either be done by getting 51% of the base or using an Earthquake spell, as he just did. But we have to see what he's doing now. The Inferno Baby Dragons with the early Warden ability, and it seems to be getting into the center of the base pretty well here.
This is a hot and heavy entry. Eternal Toe protects from shots from the Eagle Artillery, the Scatter Shot, the Air Defense, and gets additional support from the Skeleton spell at the bottom. This is a really heavy early commit that Gaku is using, hoping to keep enough of his troops alive through the early stage of this strike to overpower the back-end defenses, especially with little spell power. Flameflinger will lock into the Town Hall, and that's going to be the first star claimed, and the second one right after it. Spread out Inferno Dragons, though, a little bit of an awkward split now for Gaku, as he's now kind of babysitting some on the outer edge of the base.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the use of the heal spell there in the center to protect the baby dragons from too much damage from the multi-bat as the Town Hall is going down. It was beautiful to also see the use there of the Inferno Dragons towards the Town Hall. I thought maybe he was a little too early with this Town Hall, but everything is working perfectly now as the Royal Champion makes her way into the last remaining defenses of the base, and this is going to be the next 3-star for Queen Walker Stephanie.
Inferno Dragons have just got to be one of the quickest striking attacks out there. CoC spending 45 seconds, almost a minute on that early stage, and then wiping out the whole rest of the base in just about the same amount of time. Very happy and smiles all around for the Queen Walkers, who now lead in this war 6 stars to 5 as we go into the mid stage. That was a brilliant Inferno Dragon attack from the Queen Walkers. Excited to see what they come up with next. Let's go ahead and look at a replay of that last attack, though, to break it down again. Maxi.
Yes, there we see once again the situation when Gaku came in, and that's when you always want to use the Warden ability with these Inferno baby dragons, because they are a little more squishy than other dragon type troops, for example super dragons, regular dragons or electro dragons, and that just gives them the power to get strong into the base and then lets the heroes finish the rest of it. And also you want to protect the balloons with that, because they can fly in front and then soak up any seeking air mines or other air targeting traps. So well done here from Gaku, finishing it off strong with the Royal Champion ability, and there we can see him smiling, sending thumbs up to the crowd who are cheering them on as one of their fan favorites. But you know who has also become a fan favorite yesterday? Repotted Gaming, because they really showed up in their David versus Goliath match. So let's see what their next attacker can show up with.
From Repotted Gaming also scored a 3-star yesterday. The return of the Hydra, this time with a Queen charge to start. Interesting mix-up here from Repotted against a tricky base with an Inferno Tower single right next to that Town Hall. Really need to protect this Queen well and make use of the Invis or Freeze to keep her safe from that big blow. Yeti and a Wizard provide some additional funneling to ensure that the Queen goes to this right side compartment, cracked open by a super wall break. And I'm liking everything about this entry point here, Maxi.
So am I, especially because this time the Queen won't miss the Town Hall, that's for sure. Unlike in the last attack, he lures out 2 archers, but that's not going to be too big of a problem. I just hope he can keep his unicorn there alive. I guess no, the 2 archers take up too much time to be taken out, but I think he wasn't planning on keeping the unicorn. Anyways, it hasn't been doing the greatest job for him so far, I fear. But now, let's see what he's coming in with. It is the Dragon Riders with the help of a couple of dragons, so we call that a Hydra attack. And the Queen's still going strong and luckily taking care of the CC outside of the range of the single Inferno.
Finds that CC pull right after shaking down that Town Hall, and that's more good news for Mech, because it means he gets to pop off those lava pups one by one, dropping like flies without any big attacking forces on defense. Instead, now he's going to be able to focus over on that left compartment. Ooh, does drop a balloon to that seeking air bomb. Very good news for him there, because that means that it won't be on the Dragon Riders. Eagle Artillery goes down. Meanwhile, over on the east side again, that Queen's still quite healthy with all of her healers helping her out. This seems to be a well-executed 2-prong attack with lots of offense on both corners as they pincer her into the bottom side.
Yes, Queen's still going strong. She has the ability, but he has to be careful with this scatter shot still being there, because it can cause so much damage that sometimes the Queen can even die in the ability. Oh, wow. The Royal Champion unfortunately going outside of the base there. He has already used her ability, and now the Skellies keep on popping, and once again it could be a multi-Inferno that prevents them from, or an Inferno Tower in this case, prevents them from the 3-star. But the Queen, with the ability, she's still going strong, but I mean, she can reach this multi-target Inferno. She's got the healers on her, and this has to be a 3-star Woody.
Yeah, Mech has just got so much health on that Queen. Protected her very well with the invisibility spell, holding that till the very end when he thought that the danger might be highest. Alarm bells were ringing, but as that invis came down, she popped right back up to full health thanks to those healers still on her the entire way.
Where is she
Brilliant
going,
coconut loons. You know what? She just is going to go wherever she wants. She deserves a vacation at this point, Maxi.
Yeah, absolutely. She doesn't like that opening over there. I mean, who would after the Royal Champion found so many skeleton traps there? I would be scared of that as well. But the dragon doing the job. I mean, he's the better pet here. Not the unicorn's doing the job. The dragon is doing the job for the Queener, protecting her perfectly and getting the 3-star for Mech.
Dragon pet confirmed?
Dragon pet confirmed. Oh, sorry, I leaked it here. You didn't hear it from me. There we have
Thank you
the
very
stats.
much. Well done to Mech as well, keeping this war very tight. 8 stars for Repotted Gaming, and the possibility of Queen Walkers leaving them tied if they 2-star next. But Queen Walkers is perfect so far, so let's give them all due credit and hope that they can continue to push on through. Remember, they picked up a 14-star war in their last round, and so expect nothing less from them here in the upper bracket as they seek to go to the upper finals. Max, are you ready for the next one?
I am so ready, so let's dive right into it. And it is going to be stars with another Skelly Donut, question mark? No, just one Skelly spell. So what is he going to do with 4 invisibility spells? We have to wait and see, because there are a couple of options that he could use it for, but his main strategy here is going to be the hero dive Lalo. But it's not just going to be heroes, no, he's going to protect them with a golem, and it's going to be interesting to see where he will enter from. He's definitely taking his time here, all the 30 seconds he has before the attack, and look at that!
He's gonna go for it after all.
He's gonna go
stabbing right
I
at the clown.
Yeah, I'm so blind. I'm sorry about that. He's using the bat spell, of course, not the skeleton spell.
He's using a little bit of both there. Get some ground and aerial assault, and even with the defending builder huts, yeah, he is not going to be denied. Excellent start here for Stars. Just enough of a commitment to ensure that that really crucial defense is not going to cause him any problems at all. And as we've heard earlier from Itsu, if you pull off a Skelly Donut perfectly at the early stage of a strike, taking down something like a Clan Castle, that can just set you up so beautifully for the mid stage, where you just have a lot fewer question marks in your mind. A lot less worry about diverting troops, a lot less worry about what you have to drop in order to take them down. Stars, in fact, didn't even have any poison spells at all, so there was no plan B, really, besides just taking those troops out himself. But with that one, he is seeking to improve on his performance from yesterday, scoring just a 2-star. He's looking for that triple with a log launcher to roll on through in front of this queen and crack open that compartment where a multi-target Inferno and an air sweeper are crucial targets.
Yeah, and he's absolutely done the right thing to start it off with to get the 3-star today, because yesterday, if we remember, guys, he failed the skeleton donut, and he had enough confidence to still bring this to the table once again, and this time he absolutely nailed it, even though I didn't see it right at the start, and this attack is just going perfectly for him. Maybe with the queen ability, he can get the enemy queen. Yes, no, yes, no,
yes,
we don't know. Yes, he gets it, and he gets the Town Hall, and he gets the Warden ability, and this is looking great because he has got 3 spells left for the rest of this.
Stars with the longest range confirmed kill over the tower there, takes one final shot at the enemy queen, and she will cause no problems for the last remaining loons that are pathing through. Great job using that Ice Hound to protect these balloons from that scatter shot. One of the most crucial defenses to worry about as a Lalo attacker, but there is no more worry at all for Stars or the rest of the Queen Walkers. A 3-star is another easy sweep for them as they push forward with the tic-tac-toe start. 3 in a row for the Queen Walkers, Stephanie.
Great sniper shots there indeed from Stars' queen, and he just reassures us of how good he is, and coming back from the fail he had yesterday with such a convincing 3-star is really, really nice, and makes me really happy for him. And we saw that they are one of the favorites when we heard the crowd celebrating him for getting back up, you know, and showing what he's got here today.
Well, I know we want to check out that attack again. Let's see the most important moments from that hit. First off, we started with the Skelly Donut, of course. Stars had missed with that yesterday, but came back confident and wanted to prove that he can get it done. Taking down the Clan Castle was a very important start. Following up then with the log launcher, got access to that really important compartment in the middle center left, where he found a multi-target Inferno and the air sweeper, Maxi.
Yeah, it was so crucial, like the timing was perfect there with the Royal Champion taking out this bomb tower in order to secure the Queen's pathing into the center of the base, where then she could see, we can see it on the top side, she could take out the enemy queen, the Sniper Queen. That's, as you said, that was one of the longest queen shots I have ever seen for sure, and a great Lalo from Stars to finish it off. What a way there, and they are 3 for 3. So, I mean, Repotted Gaming had the fail, but it was a plus 90%. I can't remember the exact same number, maybe 92, but so definitely just one hiccup from Queen Walkers could mean that they're back again and not leading this one. So this is still an open match, so let's see if Repotted Gaming can keep the stakes high.
General X returns to the fight. Got a 2-star yesterday for Repotted Gaming and wants to do the same as stars and pull it back up by his bootstraps. He's got a queen charge to start for before his Lalo hit. Going a bit more old school with just the rages and freezes to focus the fire on these enemy targets. Single target Inferno once again right next to that Town Hall, a long way away from this queen charge, who's getting awfully low on the early stage, but does get those healers down just in time, and she will be topped back off. Great work to those healers.
Yeah, absolutely, and great work with the Rage Spell there as well. With the outside giant bomb there, I was worried for a second. But look at the deployment of this lock launcher, very, very nicely done. It will take out, if it survives long enough, the second multi-inferno there, but he's protecting it with the ward ability, but the queen is running low, 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 low!
No! Forces out the ability. Bad news for General, who won't have that on the back end to deal with the Town Hall or that single target Inferno. We have seen just in this very war how Repotted Gaming need that queen ability to be used at the right time, not forced out early. He will be able to adapt, though, holding on to that Lava Hound and 19 balloons still for the second stage of the strike. The CC troops have come out, and it's a Headhunter mixed with that Lava Hound. They're going to be splitting up as the Headhunter moves over to the Queen, but won't even need any spells to take her down. Nice pop shots there from General X will ensure that he can continue pushing on. He's refocusing now and preparing for the main stage of the strike. Where are these loons coming in from, Maxi?
Probably into the Eagle Artillery, but so at this moment he has to worry about his Queen taking out the Town Hall because he has used so many spells already. He doesn't have the Queen ability anymore, and the Headhunters that you talked about actually were so crucial in this attack because they stopped the Royal Champion from using her ability. I don't know if he didn't use the poison spell or misplaced it, but definitely the Headhunters lowered the effect of his hero dive there through the lower parts of the base, and he's coming in with the Lalo. He's sure enough that the Queen will take the Town Hall with 2 freezes still in the back, but I don't know if this is going to be enough. There's a lot of base left, especially his multi-inferno that he didn't get down with the lock launcher is worrying me a bit.
Yeah, saved a bit more time there just to make sure that the Queen was going to finish off the Town Hall for the second star. Balloons will get a nice little split there, but soaking a lot of damage from that last round of the Eagle Artillery. Shots are out, though, and that's going to be the last one that it gets as General X tries to force his way into the single target Inferno. Pretty good news that he's soaking some shots there with the balloon instead of the Archer Queen, but there's not really any more troops to help her finish off this base, and it's looking more in like a defense.
Yes, and this multi-inferno is also full life, and honestly I think if he wouldn't be running out of time, this would still 3-star, because this Queen can basically reach everything. This wall breaker may be nice for percentage. Yeah, this Loon won't do anything on the multi-inferno anymore, unfortunately. He's going for percentage at this point, and that is the best choice. Ouch. Because they will still have a chance in this. They will still have a chance in this.
Oh, we still have an invis.
93%, okay. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't use this invis. Probably didn't see it. It was invisible.
Excellent defense once again from the Queen Walkers, Stephanie, who are only behind by 1 star, but with an additional attack yet to use. It seems all but certain that they will be winning this war after all. With a victory over Repotted Gaming, they will go to the upper bracket finals, whereas Repotted Gaming will have to go back down to the lower bracket and fight their way up. Let's take another quick look at that last attack.
Yeah, and there we see the use of the Warden ability at the bottom side was actually very, very well done. Protecting the Lock Launcher, the King, and the Royal Champion. But then because he was caught off guard there with the Queen soaking up too much damage, I think. Look at this Royal Champion. Okay, we barely, unfortunately we didn't see it, but the Royal Champion was not able. He used the ability, but she was slowed down by the Headhunters, and also they do an incredible amount of damage on the heroes as well. So she just didn't get the ability off before being killed by them, and that also made this attack fall short there in the end. I mean, look at this, all buildings being close to one another, all buildings being low, but still he finishes only at 93%. It didn't go perfectly there, a little bit unlucky with the CC timing, but what can you do? It was a great effort there by General X, and his team still has a theoretical chance, but they are relying on Queen Walkers not 3-starring right now.
Yes, they will need not just a 2-star here, but a defense again. He's going to need back-to-back 2-star stops in order to ensure the possibility of a victory, even with a 3-star of their own to finish off. But let's go see what Queen Walkers have got. A 3-star here could seal the deal. Take it away, boys.
And it's going to be Klaus with the next attack. a player that is so well known across the world, in the internet, the most loved YouTube thumbnail person there is. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Klaus, coming in here. And what is that? That's just what we love to see. 2 healers, Woody. We rarely see that. What is that? Like a small queen charge, a small queen walk? We don't know yet, but he has brought 2 hounds and 2 healers. So it's kind of a combination. It's something between a hero dive Lalo and a queen charge Lalo. So let's see what it's going to be. Maybe even it's a royal champion walk Lalo. Who knows? You can never know when a man like Klaus is attacking.
To charge the queen or not to charge? That is the question. And Klaus will not give any answer. He's going to do a little quasi-charge here with the Unicorn to support as well. Klaus is also well known as a base builder and with some hard work attacking on his own. In fact, pulling off that 3-star yesterday in the war against GS, he's going to be pushing hard again to put the nail in the coffin for Repotted Gaming here now. He gets a good shot here with the queen against this right side corner. She's still topped off pretty well, taking a few shots here, but nothing that's going to cause any concern for her going down. Multi-target Inferno in the middle, though, is getting repaired, though, and that could be really bad news for Klaus. Can he finish it off? He's got loons. He's got a Yeti making its way there.
It's looking good for sure, but this queen has taken a lot of damage, and the Town Hall is already active. Now the Headhunter and the Town Hall are on the queen, and he makes it invisible. Oh my god, but I don't know if the queen will be able to take the Town Hall out with the ability used. No, she's shooting away at the troops. He has a free spell left, so he could use that in order to make sure that the queen gets this Town Hall, because the single target Inferno is on her.
Not able to get the Town Hall with that, though. He does have to use both freezes to ensure that the Town Hall goes down, and that means that that's going to be the death of the queen.
It goes down.
She wanders out of range. Klaus will keep his queen for a bit longer, Maxi.
Yes, he will, but I don't even know if that is good at this point, because she might take out this Hound, but he has 2 poison spells, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. But we have seen a small Lalo coming in from the top side, being healed up with the heal spell. A bigger Lalo coming in with the Warden from the left side, being protected by his Warden ability, the Grand Warden aura as well, giving them more HP, and he is moving into the last couple of defenses like nothing happened with a huge group of balloons, and I think he has done it. Oh, has he?
Not quite sure. Tornado Trap catches some of those balloons as the rest of them go for the air defense. Taking that down, they just have one last corner to deal with. Tesla, Builder Hut, Archer Tower, Wizard, they are demolished. Destruction, thy name is Klaus, as the triple has been secured, and Queen Walker Stephanie are all but guaranteed to move to the upper bracket finals.
Yes, and I mean, Repotted Gaming really have done what they could here with the base building. Honestly, all of these traps getting up there at, or showing up there at the end of the attack. If another person than Klaus would have done this attack, this might have failed towards the end. But just because his execution was so flawless throughout the rest of this attack, and also the quality of this plan. As I said, these plans, how he can exploit a base and analyze it, their weaknesses, is really, really impressive. If it hadn't been like that, then this probably might have failed due to the perfect trap placement there from Repotted Gaming. But it was a duel of the giants, and the giant went away, or walked away with the 3-star. And yeah, now Repotted Gaming only have a theoretical chance if Queen Walker Stephanie would 1-star in their very last attack, but that is something very unlikely. But still, we have to see what Timtastic can bring to the table in his last attack. So let's dive right into it, shall we?
Timtastic, the next striker for Repotted Gaming, did pick up a 3-star in the war against Strut. He found another chance now to try to keep them alive, but it's going to come down to a really difficult finish for them. Using this Flame Flinger from the bottom corner, he'll find a lot of value against plenty of long-range shots here. He's got, first off, air defense in the bottom corner, where the Warden Walk, in fact, is going to be able to snipe that down before that Flame Flinger makes its way up toward that scatter shot. Big, crucial defense to target on early.
Yes, he used this strategy yesterday as well, and it is always so beautiful to witness. Now, there is a air targeting expo next to this scatter shot, so I'm going to be interested to see how we can deal with that. Maybe sending in the Royal Champion? I don't know. Let's see. But the Queen, the Warden charge, Warden walk at this point is definitely going great so far. But now he's running into a lot of damage, so might have to freeze right there. The ground bow. Oh, he's going to a rage spell. Oh, he's the aggressive type, Woody.
Very aggressive
just
here
like
from
you.
I guess so. Heals the Warden back up though, and he will join the rest of the army now as the Queen and the King are going to make their way toward this Eagle artillery. Only one round of shots going off. It will hit the heroes there, but they are nicely topped back off by those healers. Timtastic is going to be pushed into the left side corner now with the Royal Champion makes her way toward that air defense as well, and that's one less big target to worry about for the Laloon coming in next, holding on to 3 free spells, an Invis and a Rage to back up those big burly targets. He is really going to have a lot to deal with on the back end as 3 more Inferno Towers still are standing. Single target's trying to make its way onto a good target, but so far it's only finding little pets and little guys. Does find the King though, and burns him to a crisp, Maxi.
And 3 skeleton spells pop just as the Royal Champion is able to actually take out the scatter shot at the top side. The Flameflinger did manage to take out the air targeting Expo there, and the Yetis are making their way into the Town Hall. Maybe he's even investing a Rage and a Freeze. No, Rage spell goes on the Queen, Freeze spell goes on the Town Hall though, and he is still being waiting patiently. Oh, with the Lalo, but there it goes because the Queen just steps the right way towards this Town Hall, so he doesn't need any more spell support there. So let's see if just these couple of buildings that are left can be taken out by Timtastic's fantastic Lalo right here.
The crowd is buzzing with anticipation as the final assault begins. Lava Hound taking a few shots here, but honestly, it's really just soaking up some splash damage from the Inferno at this point. Pops overhead of that air defense in the right side corner. And it looks like Tim has got enough firepower here. He's losing his healers, though, to that multi-target Inferno, and the Queen's getting awfully low. She needs to get top back off if she wants to have enough damage to deal to these outer towers. This is looking like it might be a time fail, though, Maxi.
Yeah, I think it's even a fail because the healer just died to a Black Mine. It looked very cool, but these 2 multi-Infernos were a little too much for his Lalo there. Yeah, that is very unfortunate, but another very high percentage 2-star, unfortunately, for Repotted. They've just been falling short, like very short in all of their attacks, just missing a couple of buildings. So that has to hurt. But at this point, Queenwalker Stephanie are still perfect, Repotted with the 12-star war, but that's just a hiccup, you know. They have won their first match. They are in the lower bracket. Most likely now, if the Queenwalkers can secure just 1 star. And as always, it's going to be the team captain Yuda, as we see him shaking off his hands there right before the attack. So Yuda, do us the honor and show us your attack.
The most dominant lead for any team so far in the Clash of Clans World Championship 2022. Queenwalkers need just 1 star to secure victory over Repotted Gaming, and that is going to be no problem at all for Yuda14, who tripled in his previous war and is looking to continue that perfect streak to the top. Archer Queen in the top left side will get some healers to help her out before we set up for the Dragon Riders. No dragons needed this time around, as we are going to be focusing solely on those defenses. Good news as more Teslas pop up, and Yuda14 will smile knowing that he's going to have an early good attack against lots of key defenses here. Now, left side corner is where that Town Hall is at. That's an early strike opportunity for the Queen. Unfortunately, she's pathing deep inside, though. It's going to take a lot of shots here. Necessitates an invisibility, Maxi.
Great timing, though, on that. Perfectly done. Also, the Loon soaks up a Seeking Airmine, a Coconut Balloon once more, and he's trying to lure out the Clancaster troops there with his Hawk Rider, and now it seems to be working, but once again, we see a lot of small troops, archers, and a Headhunter there, and he wasn't able to lure the full CC. Reacting with the freeze spell here, but doesn't have any more troops to lure out, possibly a Hound there, so the Queen is going to have to deal with the single target in front of maybe, while the CC comes out. But first of all, let's care about this Town Hall, Woody, because that will secure them the victory in the first place.
Archie does indeed walk inside, Rage spell up on those healers and the Queen. That is going to be enough to take the Town Hall down easily. Yuda14 is now 1 minute and 20 seconds into this strike, looking to get this Dragon Rider army set up very shortly. There it is, up on the top corner there. We still see 3 air defenses set up. Archer Queen might be able to get the bottom one, but he's going to have to be great with those free spells to protect his troops. from that incoming damage. Eternal Tome is a fantastic way to do the work first time around. We're going to get a little distraction over on that top side, though, as an enemy Lava Hound has popped out now and is going to be potentially drawing a little bit of fire there, at least from the Electro Owl and the Royal Champion. It pops now, and all the balloons go into the top side now. We're going to give even more firepower against that Eagle Artillery, busting it apart.
Look at the healers! I mean, look at the healer. Because the healers are gone. The trap placement from Repotted just insane. He lost a healer to a black air mine there very, very early on. But look at that. All of the troops are just gone, but what seems to be a defense. I mean, he's got the Royal Champion and the King, both with ability, but honestly, I think there is just too much with the Tesla farm being on the back end here. So it is just too late for Repotted Gaming to be falling short here. But honestly, we said it yesterday, actually, when Repotted Gaming had just to get this 2-star in their last attack, that is more important than any 3-star you will ever get. In this case, Yuda, I mean, he just had to get some percentage points and a 1-star, yes, but he got it done. And that's all there is. So him not, you know, just stepping away from the tablet, not tripping while going on to stage, you know, all of that, that is the most important part of this attack. And he gets the job done. He gets the victory for his team. And Queen Walkers will walk away with 14 stars, beating Repotted Gaming. And that will mean that they're going to face off against none other than Tribe Gaming in the upper bracket finals.
Queen